It's TMNT time! Well, it's been a while since I've said that. Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today I'm going to have a look at the TMNT Metals diecast, caution, heavy diecast metal by Jada toys from Nickelodeon, TMNT. They've been on my radar for a while now, always popping up on Amazon and whatnot, and I don't really know, I don't have any idea when those came out. I never really seen any pictures of it, just like I'm saying, they just keep popping up on Amazon. So finally, I was like, I want to seal the deal, and I'm going to get all four of them. So I have the, what is this? This is the 4-inch version. You have still a 2-inch version, and you have a 6-inch Leonardo in the samurai outfit. Why only Leo? Why is only Leo with a samurai outfit? Regardless, might get that one at a later time, but first, we're going to have a look at the 4 turtles. I'm going to have all 4 of them in here. I'm going to have a little bit of combo review because, I mean, looking at them, they all have the same basic body and whatnot, so I don't feel that it's necessary to do 4 different reviews for all of these. So I'm just going to get all these out of the box, and we're going to have a nice overlook at the 4 turtles. Couple of things to note with these guys. They're all die-cast as advertised. However, the irony is baffling because the weapons are completely plastic. They're really soft plastic, and I can see why they did that. With the hands being all die-cast, you can't really pull them apart. So if the weapons would also have been die-cast, it probably would have been a little bit troublesome to get that in. They're also advertised as being 4 inches, so let's see if that's true. To the top of the head stands at actually a little over 4 inches, 10.5 centimeters, so just a tiny teensy bit over 4 inches tall. Now, overall, the look and the design of these figures are like the old cartoon show. I really like the classic style. The classic is always good. I mean, that's a general statement, but you can't say always. I'm just gonna have everybody out for a second, just have a look at Mikey in more detail, and just have the other one over for later, because, I mean, they all look the same, as you can clearly tell. We have Mikey with the smiling face, but with the evil eyes. You have the bandana stick. What the hell was that? This bandana sticking out to the side. I like that because now you actually see it. If it's just on the back, unless you have a swivel on it, you can't really, you're not really gonna see it. You have a hole here in the back, probably where they got a screw in. You actually got more holes, and you have holsters for your weapon. Nice green shell. This looks like a thing. Is the shell supposed to be green or is it supposed to be brown? I don't remember. I think it's supposed to be a little bit more brownish. The weapons are painted. I just want to have a look at the figure first. I'll talk about the weapons. There's another thing I want to say about that. Got the nice emblem over here with the classic belt. They all have basically the same color, like a bright green going on all throughout it. And of course, I mean, everything is pretty bright. Even with Leo's blue, it's a really baby blue. Let's actually move over to Leo real quick. With a more aggressive face, but still, I mean, the eyes, I think the eyes are all the same, actually. Yeah, eyes are all the same, just the mouth that changes, and of course, the emblems, the color of the bandana, and Leo has his sword holders, which are soft plastic. And, well, I'm just gonna speak about it. I don't know if you can tell, but Leo's sword already broke off. That's because the plastic on the weapons, it is soft-ish, but it's one of those things, you know, you can bend it, there's a little bit of wiggle room, but if you bend it too far, it just breaks off. This guy was so deep in the plastic in the box, and I pushed from behind and I pulled him out, and once I got him out, this was just like crooked, and I tried to adjust it, and it just fell off. So I don't know if it already was broken in the packaging. Have a look at Raph real quick. Same thing, he's got the gritting teeth, nicely painted weapons. And they're always rounded. That's one thing. I would really like to have some more sharp size, but it's a kid's toy, and I don't know. Is a size supposed to be sharp, like in real life? And I was like a real ninja weapon. And finally, having a look at Donnie, who does not hold his bow staff very well. Also, his bow staff is not painted, which I find really weird. Every other turtle has their handles painted, but Donnie, nope, just a brown bow staff. It does fit in, and he does keep it in, kind of. It doesn't fall out to the side, but it falls off. Kind of have to do it in an angle. Not even that. Speaking of which, all the hands, that's the one thing of the mold I'm kind of iffy about. Because look, there should be obviously some space, but they just close the gap with some more metal, and you have some made in China Donatello and something to hold your bow staff. Maybe I would just want to put the bow staff in the back here. Does that actually work better? Yeah, it works better. It looks a lot better. So there you go with all their looks. The likeness is perfect. I mean, there's not really that much going on. There's no shading and whatnot, but it is a more light-hearted version. There's a bit of a chibi version. I mean, not even a bit. It is a chibi version. I'm just gonna have Donnie in here real quick for the articulation. First of all, the head. It is on a ball joint, but you don't have a lot of room. You can see the ball in there. But he doesn't really have a long neck at all. Which, I mean, it looks good, but the articulation, as you can tell, you have a little bit, just a tiniest bit of wiggle motion going left and right and back and forth. Isn't really great either. Then you have a swivel in the shoulder, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is completely die-cast, so I'm guessing there is a limit on what you can and can do for articulation-wise. If you have like metal bone joints grinding around on metal arms, maybe that's a problem. I'm not sure. You guys, if anybody is like in molding or like has more experience with metal, working with metal, let me know. But overall, the articulation is really not there actually. There's just, you can swivel that around and move the head around, and that's it. So since there's not really much more to talk about here, I'm just gonna move on to the final thoughts. Well, before, one more thing. Like I said with the weapons, they are in there. They don't really fall out except for with Donnie. But as you can tell, they're also very loose in there, so it's, it will still stay because of like they grip it. Like the gripping point over here is a little bit more tight, and it just falls. It doesn't fall out because of the yellow pieces that are always a little bit more thicker than the brown ones. Anyhow, final thoughts of the Jada Toys Metal Mutants TMNT. What a title. I'm happy with the figures. It definitely is not a must-have, but it's a nice little addition. I always like, I said it a lot, it's something else, it's something different. You haven't really seen those. I mean, there's like, there's another company that made Hero Cross Hero, I think, something like that. There's another company that made a little bit more detailed Metal Mutants, but those are also a lot more expensive, and from what I've seen, their articulation is not the greatest as well. It's better than these guys, but still, price, look, overall, I think the package you're getting with the Jada Toys is pretty decent. So finally, I like it. If you like what you see, go ahead and get them, but once again, it's not a must-have. So there you go. As usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like, and maybe subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever the Metal Mutants want.